Hello from 2K Sports. We're honoring diversity and culture tonight with the NBA celebration of Noche Latina. I'm Brian Anderson, courtside, along with Grant Hill and Tim Legler. Allie LaForce will be joining us in just a moment. All right, let's take a look at some numbers for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
And the Oklahoma City starting 5. Dort and Holmgren make up the forwards. SGA and Wallace are the backcourt. And it's Hartenstein in at the center position, filling out the middle. And for the Knicks, they've got Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Towns in at center. Ooh, a very interesting matchup we have at the center spot tonight, Tim.
Yeah, the battle of the bigs will loom large in this one. Let's keep an eye on points in the paint. That could be a key indicator of who's winning that matchup.
Always fun to watch, a good big man matchup, even with the guys who can shoot these days.
No doubt about it. Versatility at that spot is key.
And New York has possession. The Thunder making their last shot. Here's Towns. Hartenstein pulls it in. And SGA has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And they've been one of the more exciting teams in the league this year, besting most of their opponents by a healthy margin.
Yeah, not many close games for them this year. When they win big. That kind of dominance has made them feared by the rest of the league.
Well, Legs, the last few years, big men have been owning the MVP discussion. Now, enter SGA.
Yeah, and BA, this is the scariest part. SGA has room to grow. The guy is still in his mid-20s and is arguably the best player in the game.
It's Hart on the wing. He's guarded by Hartenstein. Shot's good by Hart.
And though he has a scorer's mindset, Brunson's willing to make the next pass.
And the big finish by Holmgren.
And you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
For New York, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Bridges outside. Outside Hart. Pass to Brunson. 5 to shoot. No good on the triple.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
To the paint. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Bridges. Hart with it. And it's Dort picking him up. Shot's good by Hart. Hart's got his second basket.
Terrific awareness by Bridges, jumping all over that steal.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. The conversation quickly turned to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who Coach called a problem. He's fast, he's strong, he's smart with the ball, Coach said, so our defense is going to be working overtime to keep up with him, but we will keep up with him. Coach thinks his guys are up for the challenge tonight. Back over to you, Brian.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Towns. After the basket by Oklahoma City. And Brunson with the bucket on the assist by Towns.
And you just can't let Brunson get to his spots. I mean, he's an excellent mid-range shooter.
Gilgeous-Alexander, and the layup is good off the glass. SGA's got 6. Knicks trail by 4. And here's Brunson from the arc. That shot, no good.
Struggling to get it going out there right now. I think he's pressing just a little bit too much.
And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up, an opportunity at a three-point play. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
Well, from the start, they've been making quality passes offensively, and that is reflected in their assist number.
Yeah, Anunoby likes that corner angle. He's very comfortable from there.
Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster, it is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A., guys who are going to make the right play, defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they built something special in OKC, piece by piece.
Well, I'd watch him the rest of the game because he is seeing a lot of shots dropped.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
Looks like it's time they are your Knicks and Basketball.
Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Then for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Holmgren. Wiggins comes in for Dort. And Isaiah Joe subbed in for Wallace. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Bridges outside. Puts up a deep three, hits the trifecta.
Yeah, picking his spots. Bridges does a great job of letting the game come to him.
Outside, SGA. From 18 feet away, and it's good. Off the back rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points.
Well, they're winning this game in large part due to how efficient he's been, and it's why they'll continue to go to him.
Here's Anunoby. Outside Hart. Back to Alvarado. 6 to shoot. Anunoby for 3. The shot off that time. Thunder leading by 4. And Tim, to have the success that SGA has had, is there something different to his approach?
Well, B.A., I just think he's so shifty, so quick in changing directions, and he can decelerate once he gets into the paint. That change of pace makes it very difficult to stop, and it's the reason he's the perennial league leader in drives to the rim.
Shout out Canada too, eh?
Of the North.
And the shot's good by Wiggins.
Yeah, he found some room there along the baseline, some space at the rim, goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
New York working the ball around now. Up top, Robinson. He's guarded by Hartenstein. For 3, Bridges. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Knicks.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Yeah, the crowd noise can make it hard to execute your offense on the road, but they did a great job playing their game.
Basket counts.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Outside, SGA. And there's the drive. And SGA throws it down.
Shea is just relentless, continuing to attack the defense over and over.
Three-pointer, Bridges. Drains the triple. Bridges has got 6 points.
But what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Got it off in time. No good. Misses at the buzzer. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma City, absolutely carrying the offense. He ends the quarter with 14. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Had a feeling this was going to be their strategy coming in. They've got a major size advantage to be able to execute this.
Mitchell Robinson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And then it's Landry Shamet, then there's Jose Alvarado, and it's Clarkson in at the 2. That's the group for New York starting the second. A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Dort comes in for Wiggins. Wallace, he's checked in for Joe. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for McCain. So it's Oklahoma City now. Robinson with the block. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Alvarado, the pass to Shamet. Here's Towns. Launches a three, and it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, BA, and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And another miss by Oklahoma City. The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Pass to Clarkson. Here's Alvarado. Towns, right side. The three ball. Towns making his mark from long range.
Well, he was cold in that first quarter. Now it's great to see him flip that switch and start getting hot here.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Thunder are a powerhouse without possessing a bunch of big-name stars. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said the front office does a good job of picking players to be a part of the organization, and Coach Mark Daigneault said our job as a team is for the whole to be better than the sum of the parts. Back over to you, Brian.
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. He's checked in for Robinson. Mikal Bridges comes in for Shamet. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Alvarado. Bridges against Dort. Outside Brunson for three. That one's down for Brunson.
Pretty much the second Brunson gets the ball, he's into motion, and that's how it's done.
Gilgeous-Alexander into the lane, and he lays it up and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 18. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about this upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you for the report. Hart's checked in for Clarkson. Then for Oklahoma City, Wiggins comes in for Dort, and Joe's subbed in for Wallace. Outside Hart, Towns up top. Just 5 on the clock. The kick out to Brunson. There's the three. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander, that doesn't go either for SGA. And here's New York now. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Anunoby.
Yeah, the burst of speed on the drive. Anunoby so elusive on these cuts to the rack.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Hartenstein passes to Holmgren. Here's SGA. That one falls. SGA's got 20 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Here's Towns. Easy work inside for Towns.
And he is a force in the paint. Towns is such a huge presence inside for them.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. New York making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Then for Oklahoma City, Dort. He's checked in for Chet Holmgren. And it's Wallace in for Joe. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA doing his thing in close.
That's a high percentage look for SGA.
Knicks leading by 6. Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. Going inside, three-pointer, Bridges. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
That one's good for 2. He's got 24.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
For 3, Bridges. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
He's picking up right where he left off from beyond the arc this quarter.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Now here's Bridges. Back to Brunson. Now shooting 50% for the game. He's 4 for 8.
Well, he's starting to get into a rhythm now after a rough first quarter.
Hartenstein. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Robinson. Anunoby passes to Brunson. Leading into the contact. Brunson with the finish inside.
And you know, he might not be the biggest guard, but Brunson has a dense frame. He has no problem going through contact. I have no clue why he pulled up from there. At this point in the game, it just doesn't make any sense.
Well, I've seen some crazy things, and that is right up there. Really in sync offensively right now. He is turning it up a notch.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Arms length from the hoop. He knocks it down. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 28.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Personal foul. 13 foul.
Outside Brunson. And again, New York with the triple.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking...
Oh, it's good! He hit it!
Great shot! Wow! Whoa! The heave to beat the buzzer.
We always talk about closing quarters and halves, the importance of it. There you go.
And so it's New York, earning this break in the action, up 10. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Carl, you were able to build the lead, but what's the key to maintaining it or even increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. Just stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
Consistency is a beautiful thing. Thanks, Carl.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our break.
In that game against the Warriors, they don't want to say it, but they are very confident coming into this one. And who can blame them?
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Thunder.
They've got to play with more force.
And that's it for halftime.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
I wouldn't want to have to be out there trying to keep up with them. It's really difficult when he shows you this kind of energy offensively.
Taking a look at the Thunder. SGA and Wallace are the backcourt. Dort and Holmgren make up the forwards. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5.
Well, as a team, they've been coming up short, but his pure scoring mentality as an individual has been unshakable.
And really, the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., the lifeblood, both on the court and his willingness to take less on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. SGA's got 4 points this quarter.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Brunson, and it's blocked by SGA.
That is timing on the part of SGA, protecting that paint.
And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. 2 open that time. They didn't look easy. Brunson's got 22 points.
Well, he's having a big scoring night, but he's doing it extremely efficiently. This is impressive.
Here's SGA beating the contact. Gilgeous-Alexander.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. Brunson, and it's Holmgren with a rebound. Thunder trail by 9. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. All right, Legs, when it comes to rim protection, other than Victor Wembanyama, who's at the top of your list?
Well, certainly his fellow countryman Rudy Gobert would be up there, but I also like guys like Jaren Jackson Jr. and Evan Mobley because I like guys who combine shot blocking with mobility on the perimeter.
Such an influx of great talent with size in the NBA right now.
Great list of young guys who can do both.
Here's SGA on the drive, and slammed it home, and a foul! A chance at another point at the line. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. He's made 2 of his 3 attempts tonight.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
Tim, watching Chet Holmgren, he brings a lot to the table.
Well, absolutely, Brian. He's got a wingspan of 7.5 feet, but still has touch from deep. It's really something to marvel at. Chet is redefining what a stretch big can be in the NBA.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Now that we have a chance, let's check out the teams that are scoring the most points off turnovers. Number 1, the Thunder.
It's one thing to cause turnovers, but the key is turning those takeaways into points. And this team is the best in the league at doing that.
SGA good.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Karl Anthony Towns is taking his rebounding to a new level in New York. He said, I didn't put all this muscle on for no reason. I'm going to keep playing physical, keep playing my game, and I'll keep demanding attention from every defense and then let the game play out. Back to you.
Physical. Allie, thanks very much for the report. New York shooting their first foul shot of the game.
First team foul.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, you don't expect Towns to do some of the things he does, like drain threes and make savvy passes. But he's a modern big man.
To the wing on the left. Back to Brunson. Oh, it's blocked! It deflects off the backboard. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Josh Hart.
He is just too quick and too active. Shea is someone who lives at the free throw line.
And the Thunder making a change here. Wiggins is checked in.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
Brunson passes to Bridges. The 3. And again, the Knicks missing.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
Well, they're still losing, but it's not because of him. He's been lights out this quarter.
Brunson against SGA. Brunson, tough one up close.
Finding a way through with his quickness, Brunson gets it done in more ways than one.
Hartenstein, no good. New York leading by 4. Pass to Brunson. No one near him. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Brunson's got 12 now in this quarter.
Well, unless the defense adjusts, I don't see any change here. He has flat out taken over this game with his scoring.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein. And with the playoffs around the bend, here are the Western standings. You look at the Thunder, they're in the pole position right now for the top seed in the conference.
I think for the Thunder, their fans were expecting a lot from this team this year, and they haven't disappointed them. It's been a terrific season, and they're far from done yet heading into the playoffs.
The Knicks are making a switch here. Robinson's checked in, and Oklahoma City with a change here too. Joe's checked in, and so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. So it's both teams making substitutions here. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter here. Robinson, a screen on Dort. Here's Shamet. Dort defending. Clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot here. Here's Diawara. Hits a three-pointer. Diawara's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Yet another bucket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Now here's Alvarado. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. New York working the ball around now. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Offensive rebound. Second chance effort. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Thunder trail by 7. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And yes, another basket.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Clarkson outside. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth. New York out in front. They're up by 5. And we'll be back with you shortly. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Jose Alvarado. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Shamet in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Towns passes to Alvarado. Pass to Clarkson. The 3 is up. He drops it from range. Clarkson's got his first 3 points of the game.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
To the middle. Here's McCain. 2 points. That one goes.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Alvarado, the pass to Towns. From the arc. Shamet, no good.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Here's McCain. And the 3 off target. Knicks leading by 4. Pass to Shamet. Fires the 3. Knocks down the triple.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's McCain. Count it. McCain's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, you certainly know you're going to face some opposition in the paint, but McCain was ready and able to adjust around that.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Brunson is checked in for New York. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Isaiah Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Lou Dort comes in for Wiggins. Wallace, he's checked in for Joe. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for McCain. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. And Coach reminded his team that leads can disappear quickly in the NBA. He said if we get loose and they make a few shots in a row, then this is a ball game again. Do not let that happen, he implored. Guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. SGA with the big finish on the fast break.
Yeah, SGA so quick up the floor and getting out in transition, able to find that space.
Clarkson passes to Towns. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. There's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That'll be a second foul of the game. And some changes here for New York. Hart's checked in for Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Shaman. And it's Bridges in for Clarkson. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Shot is up. New York again can't hit. The Thunder have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and another one!
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on an 11-3 run. The triple drop.
Huge bucket by SGA. What a sense for the big moment.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks. And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here.
For your next Quaker Dance group.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. From 13 feet, cleared away by Dort.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
They just need a spark. This is when your leaders have to step up.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
And in the big moments, Towns ups the ante, which allows him to knock down the important shots.
Oh, off target from downtown. Knicks trail by 3. Outside Brunson. He launches. Ooh, the shot misses. The Thunder have gotten 7 of their first 10 shots to go during this fourth quarter. He got it again. Sensational.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Brunson. It's Brunson working inside.
I mean, towards the end of the game, you want Brunson out there, and he can do some special things for you.
The three is in.
During this final quarter, he's erupted from outside the arc. Just assume every 3 he takes now is going in.
Spins. Brunson with it. He's picked up by SGA. Holmgren with the block.
And that is one of the things Holmgren brings to the table. His rim protection is critical for this defense.
Good. He hits again.
And that's 70.
He is unconscious. For 3. Cleared away by Hartenstein. Oklahoma City has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. And that's in.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Thunder.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number 1 was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm. And they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And certainly a point of pride. They've now won 50 games this year.
And they have to feel pretty good about themselves, taking the first 2 games of the season between these teams.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball. Would have been nice to drain them all, but he did enough to put...
Again! What an avalanche!
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time great individual performances in league history.
Honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. He's in the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and then Wilt's 100 are the only higher-scoring games ever.
Fires the three. And so Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. And now let's take a look